We'll go to this camera. Just gonna move him around the front. All right, so real deal here. This is the real world here. All right.
All right, we're good.
Great deal. All right, so now you can see me. Hopefully you can hear me. Guys, Dan Caskey, ResQman BBQ, coming to you with a backyard brunch demo today. We're so thankful to be able to just be outside. We had a crazy day yesterday with these tornadoes and loss of power, and so maybe this is a little bit more practical than it might have been. We've done a lot of practical videos lately, so maybe you're out of power and you've got a grill, a couple of grills in my case, and you want to do brunch or feed a crowd. But firing up on the smoker is always a great way to start the day, or when you're camping and whatnot. So what we're going to do backyard brunch. Now, brunch is important. It's a very social thing. It's a combination of brunch, breakfast, and lunch, right? And so I have no idea when it started. There's probably a good social history where it started. You can have fun brunches or you can have formal brunches. And I'm not a super formal guy. I mean, we're in the backyard, for goodness sakes. But I think the key components of a good brunch, we got to have an egg dish. We got to have something with a bread. We got to have a good meat. I'm always focusing on the healthy now, as I said, so we want to have a veg in there and a nice beverage. That's the components. I do have a bonus for you guys today. We're coming back, folks. Give us just a second here. We overheated this bad boy somehow. All right. We're back up, but we got to get the feeds back up now. Oh, I gotta take my mute off. All right, hopefully you can hear me. Direct sunlight on the iPad, not a good thing. Okay, we got some ice on it. We're gonna put it over here in the shade. Oh, go live. All right, we're getting back on here. We're gonna go ahead and pull some lemons off since we're 20 minutes behind. Anything yet?
Yep, now we're back.
All right. So, got some lemons here we're grilling off. Cry. Back up, can you hear? All right, here we go. Lemons. We're grilling lemons, folks. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can we see these grilled lemons? We had a nice overhead camera. You can see it there. That provides a superb shot, but we're experiencing a high level of technical difficulties. All right, look at these things. Grilled lemons. Can you see them? They're amazing. All right, we're coming back to those. All right, let's talk frittata. I'm going to get cooking on this thing because it's going to take us a little bit. Fortunately, we have the magic of TV at our benefit. So a frittata is, we're going to make a savory dish here, breakfast casserole type. And basically, it's unique because of how it's made. It's made crustless, and essentially, it's Italian, I believe, for fried egg. Correct me if I'm wrong. So what we're going to use is today we're using a Smithy Ironworks cast iron pan. These pans are amazing, made here in Charleston. They're awesome. My buddy at the Coastal Cupboard, when we got them in down there, Brad, Brad's been raving about them. Chris Gentry, my cousin, he loves them, and we've got a chance to use them, and we love it. So we're gonna pull out our smithy. Now, I am gonna cook this in a cast iron. Earlier, we cooked one in a Pampered Chef rock crock. So essentially, we need a vessel that can be heated up. This can't be a thin or flimsy pan. It's got to be heavy duty because we want the edges hot. I've got this one preheating on the smoker at 300 degrees. We're going to cook it at 350, 375. So basically, what you do is it's a combination of eggs and dairy with pre-cooked ingredients. And so let's get to it, okay? I'm going to throw the recipes online for you guys later. I have them here, and I'll read them out. Look at this. First off, isn't this pan beautiful? This is just a beautiful pan to begin with. All right. So first thing I do, I have a little oil in it, and I want to get that onion that I chopped and lost. There we go. I got it. Hey, so do you know the difference between male peppers and female peppers? Have you heard this? Right? Supposedly female peppers are the ones with 4 have more seeds and they're sweeter, but better for eating. But the ones with 3 are male and have are better for eating raw. Tell me what you think. Is it true? Is it a myth? I mean, it's a pepper. Is it male and female? I don't know. I've heard it. I have a story I can tell you. Ask me sometime in person. I'll tell you a funny story about how to remember which is which. But all right. So what I did was, can you see this pan at all? Okay. All right. So this thing is already, it's been hot for 30 minutes, and so it's rocking and rolling. Got some butter. All right, so I've got 9 eggs. I've got 2 cups of ricotta cheese. Now I put the onion in and the peppers, and I'm going to get the ham. The ham. Now this is Easter ham. If you saw my ham video on how to make an Easter ham, you probably had leftovers because you didn't have a crowd at home. So this is a nice trick of what you can use with that leftover ham. Any meat will do. You can do sausage in this. Again, the key is though is this is pre-cooked. We're going to cook the eggs in kind of a baking fashion, but we're not going to do it enough to. Probably whisking this, right? We're not going to cook them enough to cook like raw ingredients. So I like a little bite to my veggies. So we're just getting them in here. And it's hot, so we're sizzling that. I have some flour and baking powder. Actually, I don't have baking powder. I have baking soda because I didn't have baking powder. But there's a trick where you can use soda and Play-Doh maker, also known as cream of tartar, to substitute that in, and it works pretty good. So I've got this pan oiled. All right, so I got the veggies going in there. I've mixed here. I'm saving this is broccolini. I would love to have broccoli rabe in here, but had a hard time getting it. Didn't want to travel too much to go get it. Okay, so I pre-cooked my meats. I'm going to come back here. I use the meats, I coat them in the flour to, this is a hot pan. Wow. I coat them in the flour. It kind of is a way to move that around. All right, so I got my butter. I want to just make sure I re-season this pan. Again, it's a non-stick idea. We're trying to fry these eggs in here. All right, we got any questions coming in? Can everybody see this okay? Making sense yet? Sorry, the overhead camera. We might try to restart that in the middle of this here where we're flipping around, but there we go. Thus, having redundant cameras is a good idea. All right. All right, so we're mixed up. Last minute, this is our broccoli, ham and broccoli. And man, look at that. So ricotta, the meat, bacon would good in here, pork belly, sausage, steak, prime rib. I mean, you name it, right? So I've got this hot buttered pan. All right. Hot pan. Going over to the hot grill. This is ceramic smoker. Whether it's black, red, or green, I can cook on it. This happens to be a Primo ceramic cooker. There we go. Man, I don't know if you can see that. Let's come in a little bit. Let's go for a walk, camera. All right. So, you see how there's that fat around that's already sizzling up? And we're cooking there. Boy, that's a beautiful pan, isn't it? Dang it. That's a nice one. All right, I just messed this angle up. So let's reset it. Enjoy looking at my backside because the other angle's not working. All right, so I've got this on an indirect cooker, essentially an oven that's smoking. We're using a charcoal that's got hickory and oak in it. Good green egg charcoal happens to be in there. And put some smoking wood on here. We didn't put any cheese in it, so we're going to put the cheese in it. Look at that. 2 cups of cheese. Rookie. All right. Needs cheese, right? Broccoli, cheese, ham. This is sharp cheddar. I'm a ham fan, and I like Swiss with my ham and broccoli, but some people aren't, like my wife. So I don't like that. All right. This ham was seasoned with ham bone. So it has a, when we smoked it, if you take a look at that recipe, so it's got notes of cinnamon, a little spice in it, and then it's got a little bit of leftover glaze that's on it. So it's going to have pops of sweetness mixed within that savory already. That's going to be really fun to do. All right. So that's on, number 1. Hey, Greg. Yeah. So Smithy is manufactured in North Charleston. I know you can get it directly from their website, but if you want to support a local business that has them in stock, and go check them out. The Coastal Cupboard, our friends over in the Bell Hall Shopping Center, they're the big green egg dealer that I work with, and that's where we teach our classes normally. So right now they're open. They're open 10 to 2, Monday through Saturday, they're keeping their staff working. So if you need charcoal, you need some supplies. Heck, I know they delivered an egg yesterday to somebody because we were talking about it. They're still out there. They're still working. If you can support them, that'd be awesome. We get a lot of our products from there. It's a specialty store. They have a ton of grilling stuff. But man, these guys have a ton of knowledge. Brad, Mario, oh man, those guys, there's just a ton of awesome people there. Of course, I'm there teaching classes, so you should come on by. All right. Go ahead. Yeah, so that's a big green egg charcoal. So it's oak and hickory. I could add a fruit wood in this, but it's an egg. So, I think hickory's just gonna cover it there. Not gonna do too much else to it. All right, Facebook, yeah, man, I think we're sharing on Facebook. We can't stream in 2 places at once yet. We're working on it. But YouTube Live allows people to get to it without having to use it's still hot. Without having to log in. I know not everybody's on Facebook, so hopefully this YouTube format is working. All right. So next we're headed to the bread. Man, this is a fun one. You've heard of French toast sticks. Well, we're going to do something a little bit different today. Enter dramatic transition. All right. So today, what we're going to be doing is making French toast on a stick. How does that sound? So, this is a fun one. I love to grill, and grilling eggs is fun. You can't always do it on a smoker because you got to have a tray. Now I have a Blackstone, which is a flat top, and that's awesome. They make some great flat top attachments, or even the cast iron attachment. Now Smithy makes a 14-inch with no handle. So if you have a large big green egg or Kamado, that would fit right on there, and essentially you have this plancha, this thick, heavy gauge steel that just makes it amazing. So French bread, it's day old, right? And now it's made fresh daily at Publix. So you want to go like, I mean, I bought this yesterday, right? Let it set out. So it's day old anyway. Now, obviously this was the long loaf. Couple of tricks that I like to do. This is obviously a bread knife, but we're going to cube this up for putting onto this skewer. So, I'm going to do it a little different. So I've got my rounds, and I wish the overhead camera was working, guys, man. I'm really sorry about that. Boom. I'm going to cut two sides off of it. Can you pick up on that? Two sides off of it. Now it's a square, right? So I've got this square. For those of you who have ever taken one of my turkey classes or Thanksgiving classes, you know my rule is, right? Smoke the bread. Make your own stuffing. It's so easy to do. What we do, depending on the year, I mean, this usually, for us, this would be a holiday treat that we'd make. So this is going to make our stuffing. So we don't mind we're not wasting it. Because they gotta look fancy. Now, if you don't want them to look fancy because you're not broadcasting live on YouTube and you need a fun tip, you could use the rounds, whatever. All right, so I've got those zip bag, right? They're going in a zip bag. Fancy Ziploc bag here. All right, I've got, on page 2. Did I tell you 350 on the frittata? We're at 350, 375. For 45 minutes. It's going to cook the crust on the outside. You're going to wiggle it. When the center stops jiggling, you know it's cooked. And if you got enough butter on the bottom of that bad boy, you won't stick. All right, so we're going to jump over to French toast on a stick. All right, so I just want to remember, this is 6 eggs, real vanilla, whatever you like. I mean, it's a French toast mix, right? However you like to make it. There is I want to tell you the right thing because I wrote it down. Just half a cup of heavy cream in here, nutmeg, cinnamon. That's how I like mine. That's what we do. That's how we roll. Thin this up here. Okay. Boom. Right now, this is the fun part. This is where kids get involved. They love doing this because we got to squeeze it now and squish it and make it squishy. So make sure it's sealed. I'm going to take the air out. Okay. And now if Abby was down here, she's upstairs playing with Nate and homeschooling. And but cooking with your kids is fun, right? I mean, they eat it. They might as well learn how to do it. Plus, the sooner they learn how to do it, the quicker that you can just do the dishes, right? And that's the deal you got to make with most kids. I know a lot of our folks are. All right, so I'm putting some gloves on for this. All right, so 5 to 10 minutes. This is not an overnight soak. Again, think about like if you're doing French toast, you're just mopping it through. So we just got to get it on there long enough to make this happen. I'm going to try 2 skewers. I normally use this one, but these are from Beast Barbecue. He sent me them, and they're called the Impalers. It's a flat. It might do well for the bread. I think if we do it the right way, we'll be okay. So I'm going to go through the end here and not impale my fingers, which I think is maybe where he got the name. Perfect. Look at that. That's going to work pretty fast. Do this one the same way. And if I do this right, I'll lose the fingers. All right. So now the key thing here, I'm just going to make sure they're mixed in. When I go to do this, I want to just make. All right. This is good so far. I have a tip though. I just thought of. I'm just going to push this down on the board. Nail the board. That's nice, right? Boom. Yep, just be careful on this guy. Wow, that's a little tough. Eggy, and this already looks good. It smells good. I love vanilla. From Mexico. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, questions? Oh, I think we're having like a frittata sweet ricotta deal going on. I love it. I'm a dealer. I'm a wheeler and dealer. Scott there also was telling me last night that he makes a mean sausage. So we're gonna be teaching some classes at Four Seasons as soon as that kitchen gets back open. It's a beautiful facility. All right, look at that. That's fun, right? All right, let's try it with the other skewers. If you got wooden bamboo skewers, I think this would work fine. Ultimately, I have done it. Make it easier on myself this round. We'll try and see which one was smart and which one was not. You see what I'm doing now? So I'm just going through. Now I'm concerned a little bit that this French bread is going to tear doing it this way. But hey, we're live on the internet. What could go wrong? All right, dude, there we go. All right, we're just going to do 2 up. And I'll let you know how that holds when they go on later. All right, so come on over here. We're going to go, well, let's get this nasty glove off first. All right, raw egg, so I'm going to go over here to the left. I'm just going to grill these bad boys. I'm at 300 here. Oh, it looks like that bacon's done. That might have messed ourselves up there. Yeah, we'll put some more on.
That's good.
Yeah, definitely crispy. Because we're 20 minutes behind schedule. All right, I'm just gonna, I'm prepping for another step here that we got a little behind for. So we're gonna give those, we gotta turn those every couple minutes. Remember, we're cooking a raw egg here, so higher heat would be better. All right, what do we got? Boom, going in. All right, so that's our grilled French toast on a stick. We've got French bread cut into cubes, 6 eggs, half a cup of cream, cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla to taste. You could use almond extract, it's fun with this too. We're gonna cook them until golden brown, delicious, and then we're gonna top them with this. Hey, so let's go again. If you haven't had Stonewall Kitchen products, man, check this out. This is the bourbon barrel-aged maple syrup. That's a mouthful, and it's gonna be delicious. So we're excited that we're covering that. We're using that in a couple places today. All right, let's clean up from that. Any other questions coming in on our? Oh, look at that, control freaks. All right, let's see. Trust the smoke. If you're looking, you ain't cooking. Now I am going to rotate it with a glove because it's hot. You've already learned that lesson. So you're starting to see a little crusting happening. Yeah, because we were trying to get out of the sun. Obviously, you see how well that was. So I'm going to go the opposite now. Man, how's that looking? See, now let's look at the jiggle. See how jiggly it is? So you can see some firmness here. We're getting that omelet. So this is for you omelet kings out there. Still a hot pan. Really, this is a leather glove made for picking up hot stuff, and it's still really hot. That's good. All right, boom. French toast. Going bye-bye. Transition time. All right, what do we want to do next? Let's do some bacon. How about some meat next? Is that okay with everybody? Can we do meat? Anybody have a problem with that? I don't. Oh man. So there's tons of different bacons out there. You can smoke your own. That's another video. Let's do that too, Scott. Make sausage, make our own bacon. I'd love it. All right. Fresh pork belly. All right, so for our meat today, we're going to do candied bacon. Now, as if delicious maple bourbon bacon wasn't enough, we're going to amp it up today with what I call candied bacon. And this recipe is just slightly different because I think the sweet and the heat just goes so well together. I like it spicy, but I got to keep it even for a lot of folks. So we kind of picked the middle ground today. What you're going to need is 1 or 2, 3 pounds bacon, whatever. Some maple syrup. This is bourbon barrel-aged maple syrup from Stonewall Kitchen. You can get that at Coastal Cupboard in the Bell Hall Shopping Center. I would say Amazon has it, but that's glass, man. I don't know if they're going to ship that guy. Maybe. Someone let me know below. We're going to use hot honey as well. If you like spicy, again, we're putting sugar that we're caramelizing on here. So if you have some hot honey, there's some really good local hot sauces, and they make a hot honey. It's just amazing. So that's a fun thing to do. But listen, so we're gonna do candied bacon. Today we have BOGO. I'm a big fan of buy one get one if I'm not making it. This is maple bourbon. Now, again, it's gonna be chemically infused to get here. So, but it smells good when we cook it. So we're gonna just take these strips of bacon, like from this sun, it's already like pre-cooked here. Wow. So I'm laying. This is a baking sheet. If you need home goods, baking goods, restaurant grade goods, Rivers Avenue. It's gonna come to me in just a minute. This is a supply store, a supply house you can walk in and go to. Someone dropped the name of that supply store in the what? No, not Restaurant Depot. Restaurant Depot, you gotta have a membership to get into. U.S. Foods you can get into. They have some supplies, but Rivers Avenue by 526 Supply Kitchen. Someone knows where it is. Someone knows what it is. Drop it in the comments so we can link it and figure it out. All right, so I've got this on a grate, and I've got a baking pan underneath of it because it's bacon and it's gonna make a smoky mess. I could do this in an oven, but who wants to do it in an oven when I've got a smoker going? Berlin's, thank you. See, look at that. I love Facebook. I love this. I love this YouTube live stuff. It's like having a class. I'm used to interaction, so I do better with more interaction. So please keep it coming. Questions, I'll make them up. Okay. So I've got my bacon. Now what I like to do is start the cooking process. Give it about 10 or 15 minutes to get this cooking, and then we're going to add the sugars. But I want to go ahead and put some seasoning on this because I said I'm going to amp it up a little bit. And so we have some brown sugar. I prefer dark brown sugar. It has more molasses in it. Again, we're trying to caramelize. And this is smoky hot smoky honey habanero rub. Spiceology. They make a Nashville hot rub that if you haven't put on chicken, man, it's amazing. Hot chicken's my nickname, and so if you don't know that, like I love hot chicken, and Spiceology is one of the best rubs. Again, Brad's got you hooked up. I wouldn't order online because you can't go see Brad's smiling face. And when you order stuff on Amazon, you can't like just come home with a bunch of stuff because you know your wife sees it. And I mean, a bunch of stuff still ends up at the door, but good time down there. I love going to see those guys. All right, this is the smoky honey habanero. Now, as I said, I love smoke on my cereal. I haven't tried smoking a shake. Why haven't we tried smoking our protein shakes, Kim? Has anybody done that? I gotta smoke a protein shake. I've been using isogenics for almost 5 years and I've never smoked a protein shake. Guess that's happening. All right. So I'm gonna go kind of medium because I like it. And then we're gonna sprinkle some brown sugar over here. We're gonna be putting syrup on it, so we're just trying to just layer it on. We're gonna start on this side up, and as I said, we're gonna give it about 10 or 15 minutes, and we're gonna come back and start to candy it up. So let's throw this on our smoker. Now we're at 300 degrees, and it's a perfect time to, yeah, those are hot, so I'm not gonna pick them up. Perfect time to check. Oh man, look at this. Look at this. Look at that. What have you? I want to turn it sideways. Flip it. Yes. I bet it looks even better if I do that. All right, so I'm at 300, guys. So 300 with bacon. When you're caramelizing something, you don't want to burn it. So that 300, 325 range. When I'm smoking bacon to finish it without putting sugars on it, I do it higher, 350, 375. But I'm at 300 because I want to preserve the sugar, so it gives me a little bit more freedom to not screw up. Okay, so 300 for your bacon, and then that's round one for about 15 minutes, and then we'll go round two, where we're going to glaze it with maple bourbon. We might just drink this bourbon barrel aged maple syrup. Like, I can't tell the smell of it. I feel bad for my neighbors. It was Justin's birthday yesterday, and so I'll be taking over some frittata to him. We're having to smell this bacon all morning. The kids are out playing. They probably have to go inside now. They're playing in the sprinklers and everything. A lot of fun. All right, so how we doing? I'm going to transition. Let's see what you got on the questions here, Kim. Nothing yet. Okay. Let me make something up. All right, so we've done eggs. We've done our bread. We've done our meats. Let's do some veggies. Oh, man, this one's fun. All right, if you caught my freezer raid episode, this started. Jamie and I were planning to come. I was planning to come over to Four Seasons to cook for you guys, and this stuff started to happen, and so I said, hey, let's do a video anyway, just to keep people engaged, give them something to talk about. And we did a freezer raid episode. In that episode, we talked about a couple of techniques. One is making a foil pack, which is so fun to do, and so we're going to use that same technique. Now we did use a, it's a foil pack episode. We did parchment because that's another thing. But hey, watch the video, right? I think it's if I was a professional, I would like have a link. So maybe we'll do that in the replay. All right. So they need some foil. That's gonna reflect. All right. Good right now. Now, I'm gonna bring these up because this is a root vegetable hash. Man. All right. So these are fresh carrots. Have y'all know where Hickory Bluff Farms is? Right, leave the stoplight if you're in Cane Bay, Somerville. Turn right. You're gonna go north on 176 towards Holly Hill. Whatever, 20 miles. And there's a Dollar General. That's all I know. Hang a left, and you go to Holly Hill. Hickory Bluff Farms. They got a lot of fresh produce. We went there, just masked up and went in and grabbed some produce and got out. We got some berries we're using later. We didn't pick them because it was such a crowd. It's a beautiful day, but so here's some carrots. We're using some carrots. I don't know what to do. Like, we recently found out how delicious beet greens are. Like, I purposely bought the leafiest beets I could find because this is dinner. This is going to be amazing. Maybe I should put it in here, but I think it just wilts in the head. Does anybody know what to do with this other than compost it? Like, it's carrots, right? Okay, so root veggies. These are our beets. What's that? Yeah, that's for dinner. Tell me, Kim, what did you do to them last time?
Butter, salt, garlic.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
That's a bad combination. She salted them, added butter and garlic. We sauteed them in a pan. All right, so what I did here, these are root veggies. I've got beets, I've got butternut squash, I've got sweet potatoes, I've got carrots. You could throw turnips in here. You could throw, whatever. Because of the root veggies, you can see this. If you slice it ahead of time, put a little oil, salt, and pepper on it, it gets this skin on it, so which we normally wouldn't want, but this helps. So 4 hours ago, I cut these all up. One, I was getting ready, but two, definitely do this ahead of time. Let them kind of sit out here in the fridge. I got a bonus here. All right. So, in addition to hash, I found this great. It's amazing. These are apples, right? Fuji apples. It's gonna be awesome.
Charmin says you're gonna have to convince me on this one. Where are the potatoes?
They're sweet potatoes, man. Once this all tastes like wait till just wait a minute. When I put the bacon fat in, you move on, right? Let me get a knife. Should have a knife. This is a knife. This is a knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife. This is actually a missing chef knife. I'm a big Kickstarter. Anybody a Kickstarter fan out there? I love Kickstarter. I'm an early adopter, man. I'll bet on anybody early. I've been a beta tester for so many cool things because people are like, hey, I'm trying something. I'll say, okay, I'll invest and we'll try it out. A couple of times it's, hasn't worked at all. Other times it's been amazing. Missing is a knife company. It's just a chef. I don't know. It's not that fancy, to be honest with you. But I got a good deal on it. I personally like wolf stuff. What's your knife? What do you like? What do you guys like? What knives do you guys like? Fuji apples. I was told you could also use a Macintosh. My friend Rachel Ray told me that. Let's come over here and check the, yes. Ooh. Gonna need something. There it is. All right, about 2 more minutes, man. Those things are looking good. And we'll come back just for Matt. All right, Kim, you want to show him this? So we're starting to get some bubblage. Now you can see the flour has done this. We've risen here a little bit, right? So we jiggle. You notice how now we got that bigger circle? Less starting to get around the edge. Yeah. Right, we're gonna make room because we're getting ready to put on our. All right. So root vegetables. So we've got this going in here. Olive oil, salt, and pepper. Let it sit for 4 hours. Last minute, I add apples. Now I need. You could use whatever you want on this. Mediterranean. I'm going to use this is smokestack barbecue rub. It's going to add paprika, salt. Definitely need some pepper in here. All right, who doesn't love a good gadget? Thanks, babe. All right. What else do I want to put in here? All right, this is almost ready to be amazing. All right. So we're going to take this. This is parchment paper. See episode whatever. This is too big. All right, we're going to do this in 2 foil packs, okay? Otherwise, this thing's going to be huge. All right. We're going to make a nice foil pack. Who was a Boy Scout? Knows how to do this right? All right, you want to see the ends here. So we're going to pinch and pull up. Pinch, pull up, okay? And then I'm going to roll it across here like this. Now I'm going to double that just because I want to make it easy to get into and get this hash. Oh, wait a minute. This is for Matt. I forgot. Sweetness. We're adding sweetness. Boom. A little bit of sugar in it. Now these beets, I tell you what, when you put these beets in here with this, it does so well. This is like wrapping a rib. Who wraps their ribs? Kind of how I do my rib wrap. All right, so we got the beets. Man. Got this nice package here. Also indirect. Also at 350, 375. What happened? Oh. I'm gonna twist this. Turn. No, that one. All right, sorry about that. We're trying to keep things going here in the sun. All right, so look, this is close up here. Yep. Matt, if you don't love that, man, dude, it's amazing. You need your veggies. There's so many good things in that right now that you need. Man, good healthy stuff. All right, let's check on our what are we checking on? This stuff over here. French toast. Oh yeah. Yes, I think so. That's hot. Anyone else frequently burn themselves? It's just me. Okay.
Lavender.
Yeah. How does that look? Let's try this. Let's try it. Will it work?
I can't bring it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We're gonna.
Yeah. Battery's running low.
Is it charging?
Yeah.
Okay. That one doesn't look as pretty. That's like a picture right there.
Joey says, looks delicious.
Oh man. Let's drizzle. Should we taste now or we should let's close the grill. This isn't really fair. This is the part of the class where we normally do some powdered sugar on here. Now this is a concave board. Watch what's gonna happen. You're like, oh no, he's pouring the syrup. It's gonna run everywhere. No, my friend. This is a concave. This is a plate for me, but for you it may be a board. We have these. We love this concave board, and this size is perfect for stuff like this. So drizzle. Now all the syrup, because it's got a little concave, it's just gonna pool in the middle. Yeah, that's not gonna suck. I'm gonna leave that just right there. Okay. Those are still hot. All right, let's check our bacon, and we're just gonna do the steps even if it's not 100% ready. Yeah, okay, so it's starting to cook. We're melting some sugars. All right, so what we're gonna do here, this is the candy part, okay? This is a pastry brush or whatever, and I kind of dab it. We're gonna have to flip this in just a second. That's the other reason we're cooking on this pan, because it's gonna make a smoky mess in your oven or your cooker. That maple bourbon right now, man. We gotta get the brunch part of this going here. Okay, you had me. So let's talk about why French bread works. French bread works because it's it rises, right? So it's got holes in it, so it absorbs. Is Easter bread cakey or dense? I don't know. Can you answer that? What is the Easter bread like? Is it fluffy or dense? Again, I'm not a baker, but so I would look for any bread that, I mean, if it's leftover, certainly don't let it go to waste. All right, we're flipping. I don't know if it'll create a crust, but it'll be like, it's like, yeah, it won't run off, but it's all gonna now, because I put the stuff in the middle, so now it's all sitting in syrup. So when I pick it up, I'm gonna flip that bite over, and it'd be like pouring right on. Okay. I have a feeling there may be a density issue. So my only thought is if it gets, like if you were to dunk it in coffee, will it fall apart? Or dunk it in like oil. So think about French bread or Italian bread that you put in olive oil and it soaks the bread up. So the idea is, so why does French toast work? So we put an egg mixture on the outside of this and then cooked it, and it still maintains the bread, but it's porous, so it went through. So if it's not dense and it's porous, then I would say absolutely.
But it might make a good French toast casserole.
Right? Yeah, you could do like a. The other thing is put it in a dish, a casserole dish. What Kim's saying is we put this in a 9x11. Put all the like you can put donuts in there, right? And then cover them with like a bread pudding, a donut bread pudding or something more on the sweet side. I don't know, we'll give it a whirl. If you got some extra Easter bread, you know, a couple eggs, you should be able to give it a go. Let me know. All right, so we went side two. So we put our maple syrup on, we flipped it, and now we're gonna get this side on the smoker 15 minutes. All right, boom. What time is it? How are we doing? I think we're getting there, folks. What time is it? Noon. Okay, high noon. All right, so boom. We got we got eggs, bread, meat, veg. It's hot. Let's make a drink. Then we're gonna do a bonus tip here. All right. Let me get. Actually, we're gonna kind of do a combination here. All right. So this is grilled lemonade. Okay. Wow, that's hot. So, grilled lemonade. Essentially, what we're doing is we're infusing smoke and extra flavor into our lemonade. It's delicious. Now, this could easily be made into a punch. We'll talk about how they may or may not do it in Lynchburg here in just a moment. All right, that's sugar. A little maple, that won't hurt it, right? All right, so what I'm doing here, I'm going to get this on the cooker. I'll tell you what it is in just a minute, okay? Okay, so what you need, let's get you the ingredients. We're going to use 9 lemons, maybe some limes, some thyme, 2 cups of water, which is what I had, 1 cup of sugar, and a half a cup of honey, which was what was in this mixture, and the thyme was in there, and I'm now steeping it essentially to infuse the thyme into the water on the smoker. So this is a lemon thyme beverage. We also have the almond extract is in there. And we're gonna need these lemons. So let's talk about what we did here. I mean, can you see this? That just looks, I mean, gosh. Okay, so how did I do that? Well, I cut it and I grilled it. Is that fancy? I don't know. I think it kind of is. It's fun. Oh, I got this extra table back here in case I need to put anything on it. Surprised I haven't dropped anything straight up on the floor. But since, you know, we're quarantined, I'm gonna use it. All right, thank you for your sticker, Sunkist. All right, so this is a lemon. I'm gonna cut the end off. I'm gonna cut it in half, and I'm gonna cut the other end off. I like to do it that way. Now, some people just cut it in half, but now I've got another surface. Okay, I take sugar. Boom, boom. Some of you might do that on a everyday basis for your beverages. Okay, sugar, and that's how we grill it right there. 3 to 7 minutes. You know, we kind of flipped it around. That was what was on the very beginning. Let me see if I can get those ones. About 5 minutes, that thing's coming off. Alright, so, now what do I do? I've got lemons cooking. I've got syrup going. Let's juice these guys. You got this? Now, probably wouldn't ordinarily do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to put these in there. And just be prepared if it's a little chunky, a little home style-y. Won't hurt my fingers.
You could strain it if you want.
Yeah, for sure. You could do this separate. I'm just going to do about half of these guys in here and drop them because they look awesome. The ones that don't look awesome, I'm not putting in. Now be careful when you're cooking these things because once they start to heat up, that's a line right there. They start to juice really easy, so you want to have a gentle hand with that. Jack LaLanne ain't got nothing on me, huh guys? One of the advantages of using this kind of squirter here is that I'm keeping got that little hole. Here's the prime example. Seeds. Keeping the seeds in. That's going to be a good one. Oh. All right, the recipe says 9 limes, 9 lemons half. Not the half of 9, not 18 halves. So I'm going as fast as I can. No miracle of TV here. All right, what other questions while I'm juicing here? Anything else get the Jack LaLanne reference? Okay. Questions? Okay. It's gonna be good. Now, we're gonna leave this soft, but if you wanted to harden this dish up, lots and lots of options. And it's citrus. Oh, that one looks amazing. Really kid friendly. But we recently visited Chattanooga and the Lynchburg, Tennessee area, and yeah, we'll put the recipe. It's essentially, I got it written down. It's lemonade, orange liqueur. Some people use triple sec. If you're using it from the website, from the dating website. Jack Daniels, simple syrup. And you can imagine that's going to be delicious. All right. Those guys are coming out. Okay. Yeah, there should be one more. Yeah, okay, that's it. Hot. All right, so theoretically we'd steep this, maybe boil it. We want to, again, infuse just the herbs into it. I suppose mint would work for this as well.
Oh yeah. Lavender.
Lavender. Oh man, we should. Yeah. We love using essential oils here, so I'm gonna do a little trick. Nope. Guys, stuff that comes off the smoker is usually around the temperature of the smoker. Okay. So I'm pouring down the herbs. If I pour fast enough, there we go. Just to get that last little bit out. Especially when it's hot. Oh my gosh. Okay, wow, that looks condensed. So it's obviously hot, but it's a hot day. So I have 5 cups of ice, which is essentially 2.5 pounds. And we have nugget ice at the house, so that's what's going in for most of this. And then the larger chunks, because I want it to stay icy. Oh. How does that look? Does that look good? No. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stir. I got some sugar here. So I guess I could put the lemons in after to make it not look as mired. Oh, there we go. But, oh, look at that. How's that look? Look at that. I'm gonna decline comment on that. I don't want to know. What's happening back here? Let's check out our bacon. Yep, as we suspected. Looks delicious. So we're melting that rub. It's honey powder, habanero powder, the smoke, the paprika, man. You could use anything on here. The traditional recipe is pinches of cayenne, but that's just too traditional for me. Some more bourbon syrup here. Nope, look at that. Perfect measurements. All right. Now, I'm finishing it. These guys are perfect.
How long did the lemons roast?
Well, let's look. A couple minutes on each side. So how long ago we put those ones on here? You see when I pick that up? So there, you could certainly go long, but let's look at this. Wow. Okay. The pan is hot and it's ready to come out. It's coming out. It's coming right over here. We almost got this time to like, we planned it that way. Holding my lip, but that's outstanding. Oh man. Wow, that's good. Okay. I'll be thirsty too. Let's get a glove. I have a combination of leather gloves and silicone gloves for the grill, so that you can grab the hot stuff better. Silicone transfers heat a little bit for me. They make great pot holders for this stuff. Which we have. Look at that, look at that. We're sizzling. We're sizzling back here. Man. Maybe a spatula I can get around the edge. And then we're gonna let that cool. That probably needs to cool down a little bit. Okay, great. Wow. Looking good. Man, it smells delicious. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We got some green onions here just to finish it. I suppose you could do chives as well, right? Depending on your flavor profile. All right, so let's do the bonus, okay? I told you I had a bonus for you guys. All right, bonus. Now, I'm going to say 3 words, maybe 5. It should be just very interesting. Smoked maple bacon cinnamon rolls. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. All right, so BOGO this week, Publix, Pillsbury Grand cinnamon rolls and cinnamon rolls. Now I was like, oh, let's get the smaller ones. This will be great. They have a design cut in the top to make a spiral shape. It's not actual rolled up dough. So these ones won't work. Let's get those back in first. She caught it, thankfully. All right. So this is Pillsbury Grand dough. And what we're going to do is, you saw we smoked off some bacon just to kind of start getting it crispy. 300. You want to cook it most of the way because we're only going to be in here 15 or 20 minutes, and there's going to be so much else going on that it might be hard to get this cooked. All right, let's see if I can open this without a major explosion. Everybody probably has tips. I mean, we don't use these much anymore, so they explode. That's the one I mess up, is the icing end. Yeah, they are a little warm. What's that? No, it's just stuck to the icing mess here. Okay. Hold on to that. All right, so.
When they're cold, they don't soften.
Yep. So it's rolled up, okay? I would do this cold. You tip 1. All right, so I have the Pillsbury Grands. They got to be the Pillsbury Grands. You can use muffins and then just add a brown sugar combo to it. That would be fine. Brown sugar butter. I've seen just the regular pie dough, and people make their own cinnamon rolls. So whatever you want to do. This was step it. Again, you can make it healthier however you do it. This is a disposable pie pan that's been sprayed in this bacon. Hello, bacon. All right, so 2 pieces per roll. Now, we've got 2 tips that we're going to do here. We're just going to roll with it. I promise you it looks better if you do it. This is smoked sea salt. Now, I know the bacon is smoky enough and salty enough, but man, when you juxtapose how much sugar is savory with this, it's going to be amazing. All right, this here is a magic roller. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and then we start to just use the fork. See that? Look at that. That's a pro tip there. All right, we're going to put extra bacon in this one. So, smoked sea salt. I guess I got it. I did not order it online. But you can. There's a lot of them. You can make your own. Yeah, if you got extra time right now, that's a really good smoked sea salt. It'd be a fun thing to do. Alright, boom. Oh, wow, that is good. Okay. Can we do it again? Why not, right? We're here. You're here, I'm here. We're quarantined. It's not going anywhere else. Salt. fork trick is working great. And then I'm just using my hands to just center it up, just to keep it rolling, but the fork does the work here. Fork does the work. Now I try to keep the wavy edge of the bacon, is that, yeah, because a pork belly typically has a flat side and a wavy side. This would be awesome with your own, imagine making your own cinnamon rolls that you wrap in your own bacon. That wouldn't suck at all. Alright, I'm going to put these back on here. Alright, this is a, I don't know what size you think that is. 8-inch pie tin?
It fit 5.
It's an 8-inch pie tin. And it doesn't look like it, but it's totally going to expand. Okay. Now, the next tip that we need to do, we make like a mini caramel sauce. Butter, brown sugar, is also melted. And here we go. Yeah, I don't think it's melted. This was 1 stick of butter and a half a cup of brown sugar. That's the ratio I use for that. I'm going to keep this icing on the side. We're going to get it out of the way. All right, ready for some TV magic? So what are we cooking that for? Let's tell them. We're cooking that at 350 for 20 minutes. I checked it after 15 last night and it was looking real good. The one inside did, yeah. So just watch it, you know. Let's see what we can do here. There may have been some taste testing for quality control. And that's what we said, man, we're throwing this in as a bonus. So, man, there it is. Get you a pretty picture to look at, folks. Let's see here. I'm just loosening up the edge. We know it's going to have a crust. It might be a little burnt, but it's just, I mean, it's butter. It's fat, right? I feel like it's pretty loose underneath. Man, this one is still so hot. Okay, let's get the other one. We'll magic a TV get some good. Pour a nice straight. Now, one fun thing that I like to do with my, it's twist the pole, yeah. Behind me. Very funny. All right. Berries are very complimentary to this. So I like a good strawberry. Hickory Bluff, I think I said that earlier. That's where these bad boys came from. Okay. Go that way with it. And we need some candied bacon to come off. I don't think it's ready, folks. It's not ready. It's just not ready. Everybody knows when food's ready on the smoker, right? It's just when it's ready. It's not at dinner time. Great thing is most stuff on the smoker holds really well. So we can do it early. It's like candy, but it's act like it. What we could do. Let me show you this one.
That's what we do.
Frittatas are great to make ahead. They hold really well. And it can be served cold. Most people would want to serve it cold. Because it's great like that. Again, a brunch is all about what you need, right? A lot of times you're going to want to be busy. So brunch is what you make it. Listen, a really big thanks to the Coastal Cover, local business guys, they staying open, keeping their people working. If you need stuff, if you've got questions, they know way more than I do, and that's who I work with. That's who me, and just a great group of people. Also, there's a lot of local businesses who are doing good. Hickory Bluff Farm we talked about. We got our veggies coming up too. We'll get them. We'll check on them in just a second. But big shout out to Four Seasons and the folks who want to entertain from a distance. And so hopefully this was helpful. If you've got more questions, let's just drop them in below. We'll replay this on Facebook. We'll do a Facebook replay at I don't know. Let's do 6 o'clock, 6:30. We'll do a Facebook replay 6:30. I'll be there to moderate it, and we'll replay it on Facebook and kind of go through it, bloopers and all. But I'll be ready to answer questions with that. I'll have some pictures of the hash. But thank you very much. Any questions that have come? Any questions? I'm gonna check on this hash. Oh, it smells good though. Everything smells good. You know, I could say that too because you guys can't smell. So you have to trust me. But I think I've earned a little bit of that. Look at that. Well, you know what? I mean, it'll work out. Where's your veg, man? These are not ready. These need almost an hour to cook, and we got way behind. So we'll finish those off with a picture. All right, guys. So I hope that you've enjoyed this, and maybe I've inspired you to try it. So you try one of these dishes, we're going to have a little giveaway between now and May 1st. If you try one of these dishes and you post it either to Instagram, ResQman Instagram, ResQman BBQ Instagram, or our Facebook page, we've got a prize pack for you to show how you're killing it and crushing it in the backyard. So set some goals, have some fun. Hope you enjoy it. Happy grilling. Have a great one. Signing off, guys.